Pens can be deadly, darling. Gather round, you curious minds. Today, we're diving into a tale that blends the ordinary with the extraordinary. Did you know that pens can be weapons of espionage? Yes, the humble pen, often used for scribbling notes or signing documents, has a darker, more thrilling side. Don't believe me? Ask the Germans. During World War II, they turned everyday objects into tools of espionage. They hid tiny cameras in fountain pens. Sneaky, right? These pens were not just for writing, they were for capturing secrets. These weren't your average Bic crystal, mind you. No, these were sophisticated devices designed with precision and cunning. Oh no, these were instruments of intrigue. Imagine the tension, the stakes, the sheer audacity of using a pen to gather intelligence. Picture a spy, dashing through the shadows, whipping out a pen to photograph secret documents. The thrill of espionage, all hidden in plain sight. It's enough to make your ink run cold, isn't it? The very thought that something so mundane could be so dangerous. But don't worry, we're not here to train you as secret agents. Or are we? Just kidding. Or maybe not. Who knows what secrets you might uncover? We're here to unravel the marvelous and occasionally mischievous history of the pen. From ancient quills to modern ballpoints, the pen has always been more than just a writing tool. Think about the ancient quills that penned historic treaties, or the elegant fountain pens that signed declarations of independence. Even the modern ballpoint pen has its own story, evolving from a simple idea to a ubiquitous tool found in every pocket and desk. The pen has been a silent witness to history, a tool of creation and sometimes a tool of deception. Stay curious and keep writing your own story. Welcome, one and all, to Ordinary Things Explained, Extraordinarily. Today, we're diving nib-first into the fascinating story of this ubiquitous tool. From humble beginnings to high-tech marvels, the pen has left its mark on history. And like any good story, it's filled with intrigue, invention, and a dash of good old-fashioned drama. So buckle up, grab your favorite writing instrument, a pen perhaps, and prepare to be amazed. The Egyptians were onto something, but what exactly were they onto? Let's dive deeper into the world of ancient Egypt and uncover the secrets behind their early writing techniques. Let's rewind to ancient Egypt, shall we? A time when the pyramids were being built and the pharaohs ruled with an iron fist. It was a civilization that thrived on innovation and creativity. Picture this, pyramids under construction, pharaohs ruling the land, and scribes diligently scribbling on papyrus. These scribes were the backbone of Egyptian administration, recording everything from grain supplies to epic tales of gods and kings. The Egyptians, those clever clogs, were early adopters of the written word. They developed a complex system of hieroglyphs, which were not just symbols, but a full-fledged language that conveyed stories, laws, and religious texts. They used reed pens crafted from, you guessed it, reeds. These pens were simple yet effective tools that allowed them to write on papyrus, a plant-based paper that was abundant along the Nile. These weren't exactly Mont Blanc pens, mind you. Imagine a hollow tube dipped in ink, leaving rather blotchy lines. But for the Egyptians, this was cutting-edge technology. Yet these simple tools were instrumental in documenting the history and culture of one of the world's greatest civilizations. But hey, who are we to judge? They got the job done. Their writings have survived thousands of years, giving us a glimpse into their world and their way of life. Plus, can you imagine the bragging rights? Being a scribe in ancient Egypt was a prestigious position. They were highly respected and often held in high regard by the pharaohs themselves. Oh, this old thing, just a pen I made from a reed by the Nile. No biggie. But in reality, it was a big deal. These reed pens and papyrus scrolls were the tools that helped build a civilization and record its legacy for future generations. Fancy feathers, Messier mistakes. The journey of writing implements has been a fascinating one, and quill pens hold a special place in history. Fast forward a few centuries, and quill pens became all the rage. They were not just tools, but symbols of intellect and artistry. Monks and scholars, hunched over their manuscripts, swore by these feathery writing implements. They meticulously copied texts, preserving knowledge for future generations. Now, quill pens were a definite upgrade from their predecessors. They allowed for more precise and elegant writing, which was crucial for detailed manuscripts, made from, wait for it, feathers, usually goose or swan, They offered a finer point and smoother writing. The process of crafting a quill pen was an art in itself, involving careful selection and preparation of the feather. They were the height of sophistication. Owning a well-crafted quill pen was a matter of pride and a sign of one's scholarly pursuits. Of course, with great fanciness came great responsibility. Maintaining a quill pen required skill and patience, as the nib had to be regularly trimmed and shaped, or in this case, greater potential for messes. The ink could be temperamental, and controlling it was an art form in itself. One errant flick of the wrist and splat, ink everywhere. A single mistake could ruin hours of painstaking work. Talk about a bad feather day. Despite the messes, the elegance and charm of quill pens have left an indelible mark on the history of writing. The mighty metal nib writing just got real, folks. Enter the Industrial Revolution, stage left. Suddenly, metal nibs were everywhere, and the writing world rejoiced. Durable, reliable, and oh so smooth, metal nibs were a game changer. No more feather fuss, no more endless sharpening. This, my friends, was progress. It was the dawn of mass production, and pens were rolling off the assembly lines. The pen, once a luxury item, was now accessible to the masses. The power of the written word in the palm of your hand, or at least a bit closer. Lewis Waterman to the rescue. No more inky fingers. But wait, there's more. Because even with metal nibs, ink still had a nasty habit of, well, going rogue. Enter Lewis Edson Waterman, a man on a mission to conquer the dreaded ink blot. His invention, the fountain pen, of course. Waterman's ingenious creation used a clever system of reservoirs and air pressure to control the ink flow. No more messy spills, no more ruined shirt fronts. The fountain pen was sleek, sophisticated, and, dare we say, life-changing. Poison pens. A real-life Victorian thriller. Hold on to your monocles, folks, because the Victorian era had a dark side. We're talking poison pens. Yes, you heard that right. In a time of etiquette and restraint, some resorted to venomous letters laced with, well, poison. These weren't your average angry letters to the editor. Oh no, these were missives meant to silence, to intimidate, to eliminate. It was a real-life Agatha Christie novel, with inkwells and arsenic instead of revolvers and rope. Talk about adding insult to injury, or rather poison to paper. The ballpoint pen, thank you, Laszlo Biro. And now for the pen that needs no introduction, but we'll give it one anyway. The ballpoint pen. This ubiquitous writing tool, found in pockets and purses worldwide, owes its existence to Laszlo Biro. A Hungarian journalist, Biro was fed up with leaky fountain pens ruining his work. His solution? A tiny ball bearing that distributed ink evenly, smoothly, and without a single blot. The ballpoint pen was born. Reliable, affordable, and oh so convenient, it quickly took the world by storm. Laszlo, we salute you. Pentastic trivia. You won't believe it. Ready for some mind-boggling pen trivia? Of course you are. Did you know that the average pen can write approximately 45,000 words? That's a lot of thank you notes. The world's longest pen is over 16 feet long. Imagine signing your name with that. Blue ink is the most popular color worldwide. Black ink is feeling a tad left out. Lefties have their own special pens. No more smudged writing for you. See, I told you it was pentastic. From smart pens to what's next. The future of scribbling. Hold on to your hats, because the world of pens is evolving faster than ever. We're talking smart pens that can digitize your handwritten notes, 3D printing pens that let you draw in mid-air, and who knows what other marvels await. It seems the humble pen, far from being a relic of the past, is poised to revolutionize the way we write, create, and communicate in the future. The possibilities, much like a well-inked pen, are endless. Keep those pens sharp and those minds curious. And so our incredible journey through the history of the pen comes to an end. But fear not, fellow pen enthusiasts. This is just the beginning. There's a whole world of writing wonders out there just waiting to be discovered. So keep those pens sharp, those minds curious, and never underestimate the power of a simple writing instrument. Until next time, happy scribbling, and don't forget to subscribe to Ordinary Things Explained for more fascinating adventures in the world of the everyday. Strike a pose because our next episode will take a shot through the history of camera. Stay tuned.